23. Y'all done read it, I know. And so he says in verse 1, the Lord, the one who's in charge, the ruler, he's my shepherd. Y'all, I'm telling you, he says, I shall not want. He maketh me to what? Now y'all got to understand, I think I talked to you before, but you need to understand that in Israel, because you would think about green pastures, you would think about a big fat field full of grass, right? But not in Israel. In Israel, it wasn't just a green pasture, like we would think, it was little places where grass would be. But he would lead those sheep to the place that they would be able to have what they needed when they needed it. Look at somebody, tell them, I'll have what I need when I need it. So look at somebody, tell them, stop worrying, stop worrying, stop worrying. Because he's going to provide. Look at somebody, tell them, the Lord will provide. Y'all talk to me. Look at somebody, tell them, the Lord will provide. Ain't that the lesson that Abraham taught us when he went up to sacrifice Isaac? God told him to go sacrifice your only son, and he heads out. And Isaac says, oh, Father, we got the fire. We got the wood. He said, but where is the sacrifice? And he didn't look at him and say, you in. He said, the Lord shall provide. Look at somebody, tell them, the Lord will provide. I know you don't understand it, but the Lord will provide. You ain't even got to try to figure it out. I could see him walking up that mountain, not knowing how it's going to work out, but knowing that God ain't never let him down. Here's my question. Have God ever let you down? The Lord will provide. He leads me beside still waters. Oh, help me somebody. He restores. This thing right here, because anybody, you ever need restoring every now and then? He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yay! For I walk through the valley. Ain't nowhere it says sin, is it? Look at somebody, tell them, keep it moving. Help me out, Miss Benita. Say, keep it moving. See, sometimes I don't know what's going on, but I got to keep it moving. I got to do, watch this now. I got to do what I know to do, even though I don't feel like doing it. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me here. I don't feel like praying, but I got to lay on my face in the way and say, Lord, here I am. I don't even have the right words to say it. Lord, I'm scared right now, but Lord, I'm gonna keep on doing. And then, you see, y'all got to go back and read it. In Job chapter 13, verse 15, that's what Job said. He didn't just say, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. He said, I'm going to maintain my ways before the Lord. Meaning I ain't going to change nothing just because my flesh is falling off. I ain't going to change nothing just because I got problems. Hallelujah. If Job can watch his flesh fall off, if Job can watch his child or his children die one after another and yet say, I'm going to keep on doing what I was doing before. Oh, y'all talk to me here. And that's what he was doing. He was praying for them. He prayed for them before they died. And he was seeking God's face after they died. Well, yea, do I walk through the valley. Lord have mercy. Here's the problem. Oftentimes we love the mountain. But baby, you don't live long enough to know. Every day ain't gonna be no party. Oh, every day ain't gonna be no party. Some days you ain't gonna be very high. Some days you're gonna find yourself with some low. And I love what the songwriter says. He says, I had some good days. What else did he say? I had some hills to climb. What else he say? I had what? Some weary days. Some sleepless. But when I look around, yeah, yeah?
Yeah. Thank you.
Woo!
Yeah.
Y'all better pray for me here today. Because the devil thought the valley was going to get me. Matter of fact, I thought the valley was going to get me. I thought I was going to be swallowed up in the valley. But God had to remind me that death ain't nothing but a shadow. Look at somebody, tell them it's only a shadow. It's only a shadow. Look at somebody else, tell them it's only a shadow. And y'all got to remember, you got to remember, in order to have a shadow, you got to have light. Y'all better talk to me here. You got to have light in an opaque object, and it throws off a shadow. And he says that death ain't nothing but a shadow. Meaning it ain't as real as you think it is. The problems and the struggles, he said, I need you to understand that you ain't by yourself.
Hallelujah.
He says, I will fear.
No evil.
Why?
Hallelujah.
Because even though the shadow is there, light
Hallelujah.
is there. Anybody glad you got light? Y'all ain't gonna help me now. Y'all don't went left on me, so let me help you out. See, something about light. Light is something else, y'all. Light's so bad. I don't care how dark it is. When light shows up, darkness got to go. Did y'all understand that? That means that I don't care how dark it is in life. As soon as light show up, it says, you had a right to stay here as long as I wasn't present. But now that I showed up, you got to go. Y'all, we about to have a funeral today because there's some stuff that's been trying to ride our life. But you need to just sit there right now and just start naming out and telling, you got to go. Devil, you got to go. Lies, you got to go. Fears, you got to go. Doubt, you got to go. Depression, you got to go. Anxiety, you got to go. Devil, you ain't going to break up my marriage. And oh, you got to go. Jesus. I don't know where you're going. But you gotta get up out of here. Look at somebody telling you ain't by yourself, right? You ain't by yourself. He says, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Oh, help me, Lord. Do y'all understand rod and staff? Do you understand that sometimes sheep get out of the flow? And the shepherd has to take his crook, his staff, and you about to walk over a cliff. But I love you too much to let you walk over. Come back here.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
It says, thou preparest
Jesus.
a table
Thank you, Lord.
before me.
Thank you, Jesus.
And what?
The presence of my enemies.
Y'all oftentimes you want to think about people as being enemies.
That's right.
A lot of times it's some other stuff that's enemies.
That's
But
right.
what he says is, I'll set up a table for you.
Yeah.
There are times you ain't supposed to be able to eat.
Right.
Hallelujah.
You eating in it.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
He sure is eating.
Yeah. He's
Why ain't he crying? I was.
Yeah.
Then he set up a table.
Yeah.
And it changed everything. And y'all come on here, somebody. Y'all remember when David had gotten Bathsheba pregnant? And messed around and the baby got sick and was on his way to death, and David was praying and pleading and fasting and all this stuff. Then the baby died, and the next thing you know, David got up and said,
That's right.
and he started eating again, and it messed up his people.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to figure out
Hallelujah.
how you go
That's why I eat. Yeah.
from that to this.
That's right.
Because David knew something. David knew all I had to do. I was praying and I just realized there's some stuff I just can't change. And see, y'all, that's the whole process of all we're dealing with loss. That's why we go through grief and all that, because it's processing us to a place of healing. It's escorting us because we have what's called a pregnant pause, because life is teaching us something and we're being escorted to that place. And initially, when we receive these things, we go into a state of denial. It's because we're trying to reason out what's going on with us. We get angry, we're trying to bargain, we're trying to figure stuff out, but eventually we come to the place of acceptance to say, I can't change it. I might as well go on and live and give